Hey guys, my name's Craig Talley, and I do the hardcore metal detecting podcast, and I also do the Craig Talley hardcore metal detecting radio podcast YouTube channel. I've been doing that for 11 years. Derek and I have been doing the podcast for since about 2000. I think it was 11 or 2011 or 12. But I have been calling this video I'm doing the Detector Wars, and right now we're having a big blow up over this multi-frequency metal detectors. And I had the years ago I had the Explorer, Minelab Explorer XS, which was a fairly expensive machine at the time. I think I paid $1,080 for it. But I've had 49 metal detectors, personal metal detectors, and right now I have 9. I'm getting ready to put the batteries, get the batteries replaced in the Bliss tool. I also have the Equinox with 3 coils. I have the Amphibio with the 3 coils, the multi. I have the XP Deus that I've had for about 9 years, and replaced the batteries last year. So it still works pretty good. I just bought a Tesarchi MTD 8000, and the machine has got some technology that I've never heard of, like salinity balance and this domain detection system that I've been getting signals on coins, like dime-sized coins, meter readings at 14 inches, 12 inches. Uh, I've gone over my yard a million times over the last 5 years, and I was actually starting to find some more stuff with the Tesarchi. But I started metal detecting in 1986, and I'd been a track star, and then I got into tennis, and they were kind of like adventures that I was in. And when I got to about 33, I had a series of injuries to the point where I was burned out on tennis. I had a tennis business, and this friend of mine, Mike, that I'd known for years, wanted me to play some tennis and some doubles. So I decided, okay, I'll come out and play. And when I got there, he comes up to me and shows me a $1 gold piece, and I never even heard of one. And so it turned out he metal detected, and he'd been doing it since he was a teenager, and he was selling machines. And so after we played doubles, I went over to his house, and he was showing me some of the stuff he found, and I didn't even know they made large cents the size of a quarter. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. And so I said, hey, you got any used metal detectors you might want to sell or something? And so he said, yeah. So I ended up buying a Royal Sabre Tesoro, and it didn't have a very big coil on it. And I found out that right up the street in Alexandria where I lived, there was a World War II housing project, and it was after the World War II. It had gone into a welfare project, and it was getting ready to be knocked down. And right now, there's like $1 million homes all over the site, but there was probably 60 or 70 homes there in a big recreational area. I think it was about 12 acres or so. So, first day I went up there, parked, and I saw a curb strip, so I started hunting along the curb strip and started finding pennies right off the bat. And so I got up to I probably walked and detected for maybe, I don't know, 100 feet or so. And I kind of looked up. I heard somebody, and I looked up, and I saw a guy walking toward me with a metal detector. And it turned out to be a guy named Ned. And first thing he said was, "How come you're using that detector?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "That detector is not that good. You know, you ought to use one of these." And I said, "Well, it's my first time metal detecting, and I don't really know anything about it. You know, the machines. I just bought this one." And so he said, "You got to have a White's. This is the best machine on the market. Nothing's better." And I said, "Oh, okay." So I kind of was annoyed with the guy, you know. And so anyway, the next day I went up there and I started right about where I'd finished the day before, and I actually found a 1909 wheat penny, and I didn't know much about the coins and stuff, and so I ended up, same thing happened. I had three guys walk up with, all of them had Whites, and they started, you know, basically asking me why I was using a Tesoro, and I was getting pretty annoyed, and I was like, what the heck? And anyway, down the road, I ended up getting a Technetics the next, about a year or so later, and sold the Tesoro. I ended up, I had a tennis shop at the time, so I ended up selling metal detectors on the side. So I started buying and selling and trading metal detectors, and then I got a Tesoro dealership, and I had a lot of Tesoros. And but just recently, we've had this Equinox was the leader in metal detecting pretty much, and the multi-frequency patent ran out, and so we saw immediately saw that the Legend was coming out, and I went on the forum the first night they were doing it, you know, introducing it, and it was a train wreck, and people were. I was getting upset because she was, you know, basically knocking down the Equinox and calling it the competitor machine and being like really angry about it. And I started noticing there was a lot of other people that were, you know, like me, you know, that, you know, I kept saying, you know, quit doing that, it's unprofessional. So I've done a couple videos on it, and the Legend is not a Equinox killer, and then another thing that happened was all of a sudden XP Deus 2 comes out, and it is way over the top. I mean, it's killing the Equinox and the Legend, and so it's funny. I'll probably get some comments from the spokeswoman. She seems to read all the reviews on that people are doing, and I watch Calabash a lot, and I like him. I think he does really good views. I've been watching him for years. The guy's honest, and he's gotten so much flack over this for telling the truth, basically. And the Legend is a $600 machine. It's a great machine for its price, but it's not going to be killing it's not going to knock off the Equinox, and it definitely is not going to touch the XP Deus. So I got this Tesarchi just recently, and I paid about $1,700 for it. So I'm going to wait a while and see what, you know, but I'm going to probably be getting the XP Deus 2 unless something else comes out. But I've been watching, and there's so many people snarking about any criticism of the Legend or comparing it to the XP Deus, and I don't know. I think it's bad rollout as far as marketing and stuff. And one thing you do, I was in the tennis business for a long time, and people are really, uh, they like certain rackets, and they get really upset, and they think one racket's better than the other. So, I mean, it's kind of like that with cars and just about any kind of, products that people, get upset and they try to defend, their product over some other product. But I've always wanted the best. I don't care about the price so much, and I'm getting batteries put in this Bliss tool, and that machine is is the best machine I've ever had. I've been kind of laying off of it for a couple years because I was upset with the company, but wait till I get that thing out, and I'm going to be going over my yard again and seeing if I can find anything after 5 years of going over it. So tell me what you think, guys. You like the Legend if you got it, or are you thinking about the XP Deus? What do you think these machines rank right now? I think the Deus is number one, the Equinox is 2, and the Legend's 3. So I'll talk to you guys later. You have a good day and stay safe.